Many of your comrades were swallowed up by the Queen's miasma, lost the very essence, and became puppets of the enemy. Some of you had to fight former friends who had joined the ranks of the Lost, but you still managed to return home. I salute each and every one of you. So, keep the faces of your loved ones ever in your thoughts. Remember the comrades who have been reduced to ash. I, Gregorio Silva, pledge this to you. When this war ends, the ones left standing will be us! Fight at my side, and we will bring this hell to an end!
Remember to keep your hearts covered. There's no coming back if you get hit there. Accursed beast!
Welcome back. How are you feeling? Do you know where you are? You were killed 2 days ago, and now you've returned. Just relax. Here, could you fill out this medical form for me? I'd like to confirm some things, if that's all right. How much do you remember about yourself? No signs of frenzy or major dysfunction. You appear to be in excellent shape. The damage to your heart had me a bit worried. But you're surprisingly resilient. Still, if anything feels off, be sure to let me know right away. We Revenants are immortal creatures. However, if you become one of the Lost, you'll be beyond any hope of salvation. Here. The Queen's miasma has been growing thicker. When you're fighting, just remember to hang on to this, no matter what. Looks like it's time for the meeting. I know you're probably not feeling up to it. But it'll be over soon enough. Hang in there.
How's your little brother?
Louis hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah, there's no sign of rejection, but it's still worrying.
So, after the war settles down, could you help me? It's entirely your choice. Even without the threat of the Queen, bloodthirst is still a huge problem for us. We created so many Revenants to deal with the horrors and the Queen's frenzy. Silva wants to liberate the land the horrors took and give it to the surviving humans to secure blood. I'm trying to resolve the issue in my own way. There are a number of fascinating points in your blood data. So please consider it, would you?
It seems you've been assigned to Jack's team. If you feel you're in danger, don't hesitate to fall back. Everyone on his team is skilled, but they get carried away easily. I know they get a lot of dangerous missions, but our rescue parties are stretched to their limit. Karen, in particular, is pushing herself too hard. Please think of them, too.
So, after the wars...
What is it? Wait, are you a friend of mine? You too. I dispersed too much, so I've forgotten a lot. I can't remember much, even about close comrades. Just the thought of losing the memory of people I love makes me start shaking. What is it? Wait, are you a friend of mine?
Hey, you all set or what? The fight is at its climax. Just one more push. Be ashamed to get turned to ash now. Just when you think you died a good death, you get kicked out of the grave to die again. I sometimes wondered what we were even fighting for. But now we're about to see our reward. It's a weird feeling.
Do you remember the day of the Great Collapse? We've been struggling a hard, painful fight ever since, but we're still here. We'll win again. We have no choice but to win. All of you, charge straight ahead. I've got your back.
Everything's been crazy since the Great Collapse. We were brought back to life and given the strength to fight the horrors. But the price for that strength is human blood. Is it gonna be okay? The Queen's frenzy killed survivors of the Great Collapse, and more revenants had to be created to fight her. Hey, do you think if we defeat the Queen, things will get a little better?
If a Revenant's heart isn't destroyed, they won't die. They can go home to their families. Yeah, that's why I still hold faith. Once this war is over, things will go back to normal, like before the Great Collapse.
When the Great Collapse happened, I ran away. A horror attacked me, and I couldn't even think. "Help me!" he screamed. But all I could do was abandon him and flee. In the end, I went straight into the arms of death myself. Silva gave me strength. The strength to battle the horrors. I'm done running away. When he wakes up, I want to greet him with pride.
So, are you from around here? I'm from further out west. Before the Great Collapse, it'd be just a few hours' drive, but now it feels so distant. I want to finish this fight and go home. The people there are probably still running from the horrors.
We'll defend this position to the last.
Leave this place to us.
Finally awake, are you? New kid, you're partnered up with me. You fought the Queen the other day. I've heard you've got some skills. Sounds like you might be useful. We're headed out soon. Are you ready? We're gonna use every bit of your power. There's a report that the Queen broke through our defensive grid and is headed this way. However, our foe was also hurt pretty badly in the attack. This is our chance to finally turn the tide and crush her. Just be sure not to drink the Queen's blood. Too many of us have joined the ranks of the Lost after their bodies rejected it. Watch your backs out there. Got it? Right. Looks like it's time for the party. Let's be sure to give our guests a warm welcome. Well, look at that. This is lucky. It's a type of medicine. Spill a drop on that. Don't worry, we won't need our masks here. This is one of the products of the Queen's power before she frenzied. That medicine is made from the Queen's blood. It cleanses the area of miasma and aids regeneration by knitting dispersed flesh back together. Even the techniques used to make our masks are thanks to the Queen's plans. She was a revenant, just like us. She shared our vision of a world where everyone could live in safety. But unlike us, she had the potential to rise to even greater heights. She was consumed by her own exceptional power and turned into a demon with an unending lust for blood. Eat or be eaten. If those are our only two options, well then, I choose to eat. We have limited medicine, so use it wisely. A ladder. Watch your step. Completely corrupted revenants, the Queen's sorry puppets. Listen, kid. Show them no mercy. All right, it's time. You're ready. Our ill-mannered guest is here. Guess that means we have to begin the festivities. How many of them are there?
Did I make it?
Silva.
I'll take the spear. All right, gang. This is the moment of truth. This creature will never hurt any of my people again.
At last, you can know peace.
What? Kid!
Well done.
Your resolve was truly admirable.
Sleep well, friend.
You got everything? So
Io? No, it's someone else.
Memory is what binds the very essence of oneself together. If you gather broken fragments of blood code, you can stitch them together with threads of memory. Please, I beg of you, I beseech you, use your power now. I've been waiting for you. Please, spin a thread of memory for me.
I'm thrilled we can work together again. Thanks as always, Karen.
It's my pleasure. Oh, and go visit Louis later, okay? He'll be happy to see you.
Hard to believe that little guy is already a student at the university. I guess that also explains how I got so old.
Father Time is a strict one. He doesn't let anybody slide on by.
He sure doesn't. Boar parasites live inside a dead body and activate every type of cell. It's incredible. I thought this stuff was just science fiction.
I heard that if we find out why they run wild, we can start clinical trials.
If their power can be harnessed, it will start a revolution in medicine. We can make this happen, Karen. I know we can. Oh no. Karen! What happened? Are you hurt?
The boar parasite?
Our specimen is still sleeping soundly in its test tube. I think we may have bigger concerns, though. Look out there.
What on earth just happened?
Karen, this is insane. We'd be using boar parasites to turn corpses into soldiers. There must be another way to fight them.
The destruction caused by those creatures is spreading. If we don't act now...
Right. We don't have time to think about it, do we? I'm sorry. The Revenant's insatiable desire for human blood is still a troubling abnormality. If we could remove it, they would evolve by leaps and bounds. I'll assist you with Project Queen. This research could be the answer we've been looking for, and if it provides hope, it's worth it.
Your cooperation is appreciated. Let us begin the preparations.
One week into Project Queen, the subject has exhibited no desire for human blood. Sense of self remains strong. Marvelous. Progress is on course.
But sometimes I hear things.
It's nothing more than a minor side effect, I'm sure. Simply do as you're instructed and everything will be fine.
When did we start down the wrong path? At what point did we lose our way? Humanity had one last hope, and now it's been transformed into a demon of despair. I can't die here like this. I can't leave Karen all alone. I'm not sure how much time has passed since I first accepted the relic. I feel so hot. It's like the blood is boiling in my veins. Oh, Karen. Are you safe? I don't know what I'd do if I thought you were suffering. Each time I find myself blacking out from the pain, I feel my sense of self degrading, little by little, like my humanity is breaking apart and just drifting away. I can't even remember my own name anymore. But there's still one thing I refuse to forget.
That didn't do a thing.
This way.
Come on. Is that the guardian of this place?
A gate. Looks like we've still got a ways to go.
We're going through.
Stay on guard. Strength be with me.
Looks like the body is still lingering here. Or maybe something in this place is keeping it here. A vestige? But look at the size of it. Hold it. Something's not right.
Regenerated so quickly.
Is that vestige controlling the regeneration somehow? That's it. We have to destroy it. Now you're speaking my language. That thing is hard.
Nope. Not even a scratch.
What's the plan? It'll regenerate soon. It's about to.
If you gather broken fragments of blood code, you can stitch them together with threads of memory. It's all right. You can do it. Please, save everyone.
No!
We will divide the body of the Queen into relics, which we will then seal into the successors. This will keep them separate and safe.
Are you insane? Just shove that devil into a blast furnace already.
Aurora Valentino. We've already attempted that.
But that doesn't mean...
Your compatibility means that you would have to stay in a crypt forever. Are you sure you're willing to do that?
I have no interest in living a false life. Whatever the torment, I can bear it. If it means helping her, then I must. I am prepared, and I shall remain ever at the ready. As long as there are still people who I would die to defend. So please, rest easy, Karen. I will be at your side, for now and always. I'll be honest, I never expected to see you again like this. It's been a long time, Louis.
Aurora? Aurora, is that you? What are you doing here?
The answer was inside that memory. Fragments of the Queen's body were locked inside of successors, human sacrifices. And I am one of them.
The Queen? But she was put down years ago.
Officially, yes. But there's more to that, as you probably know. Revenants are seemingly immortal creatures, locked in a cycle of death and rebirth. But if you destroy a Revenant's heart, then their body dissolves, and they can never revive again. The Queen should have been no exception. An immortal among immortals, even when reduced to ash. The Queen's regeneration couldn't be stopped.
So you locked her away?
Yes, by carving her undying body into relics and fusing those relics into the bodies of others. In doing so, the Queen's menace faded, and for a brief time there was peace. But we all knew the plan was desperate and flawed. Even with the relics locked away, the Queen's desire to live on could not be suppressed. The relics soon began to corrode the bodies of the successors, causing them constant and terrible anguish. You have witnessed the end result. They are reduced to living as beasts, devoid of all reason, seeking only to act on their most basic instincts. Yet, it was your power that restored my sanity. You have the ability to accept the Queen's blood.
What?
Huh? You have the power to quell the relics at last. Please, I beg you, relieve them of their suffering. This gate leads to the crypts where the successors rest. To reach the others, you will need to find these gates. I believe you can open it now. I will remain here, as I always have, to watch over and protect the paths leading to the successors. And the blood bead flow.
So, this really is the source.
Yes, beyond the gate. There rests the one who sheds tears of blood. Take care of her, Louis.
Her? What do you mean?
If the resting successors join the ranks of the lost, then the seals will break. The relics will be released, and the Queen will be reborn. Before that happens,